Hey guys, and welcome back to Tangle Tower with the Detective Grimoire. Last we left off, we just had explored all of the fellow tower as well as the outside. And now, after checking out Fitz's room, we're gonna check out the other sides we've missed so far, which is Pointer Tower. We got 3 rooms. Where do you want to go first, Nico?
Hi, I'm here. Let's see.
Yeah. You see here?
Yeah. Let's see. I guess start from the bottom, work our way up.
Get ready for the best music in this game, because it's so pretty.
Ooh. Nice piano.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
That's what I'm asking. Horn statue. A shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack along the length of the statue's horn. Inside the horn and on the ground below are various shards of cracked glass.
Okay, what is it with these items and just like cracked along the edges? That seems to be a running thing of some sort, but not quite sure why.
Well, we're gonna find out eventually. I love this room. This room's my favorite room in all the game.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them.
Same here.
It's like a little parade of floating spirits.
She knows right where I'm coming from with this. Alright, let's get introduced to this new character.
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Alright, can you tell us about yourself?
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
I don't blame her. Our best
I don't
friend
blame her
died in
either.
this place.
Mhm.
Can you tell us about yesterday, Miss Poppy?
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
You
Alright.
know, there is such a thing as comfortable silence.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
What experiments?
Remember she took a bit of the red paint because she thought it was blood,
Oh,
and it
right.
ended up being correct. Can you tell us about Flora?
Needless noise from tongues expel,
I forgot
unless
about this
within
part.
the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space.
Ooh.
Snaps in chat. I forgot. So Poppy, for when she explains about other people, will have a poem instead of talking about it. Okay, which one do you want to do next?
I just go down the line, like Felix, Fifi, and...
Okay.
Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days as shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender? Accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom. Some four walls make around a room.
Okay, what did that tell me?
He surrendered about not going on adventures. Now he's just sealed within his room.
Okay.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost for liberation lays in the center of a maze.
The air, yeah.
With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
Their client, probably.
Yep. I'm gonna say Freya for last. Go to Fitz. Ooh.
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
She's good.
She's really...
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
Alright, it's time for Freya.
Hard of head, but free of mind. Unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond. Behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
Oh. Do we gotta go down the whole list?
I'm tempted to, but I rather not. I'll just show him what is important.
This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy. Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone? Or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife, with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's just freaking everyone out. Wish I'd never said anything.
Because it's not a knife.
It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes.
Okay.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody? What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh. Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
Is that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly?
Oh. How nice. Hey, that's me. Not a bad likeness.
It looks like you're standing in a rose bush.
Is there something wrong with that? I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Ooh.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint it and leave it in front of your bed?
Maybe she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, sometimes.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
Good to know.
That belongs to Flora, I think. Is that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just, Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
Damn.
How sweet. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No? Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think? Oh, you've been to the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling, with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that. Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh, never seen him use it. Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
Is that really a trowel? Because that could also be like one of those things that people use to paint a wall.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Why is the glass cracked down one side?
Natural wear and tear, maybe?
No way. Freya took good care of her stuff. Freya would always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna need. I think it helped her zone out and focus on the actual painting itself. Like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle, that was for painting Flora?
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do.
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah, weird.
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Shall we?
We shall.
Oh, okay. Oh, her room's so cool.
She's got one of those,
That is the bed of a vampire.
Anywho, you were saying.
Go ahead and finish this part up.
Okay.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
You know, that's legit. She has one of those, what is it called? Metronomes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was making sure I was trying to say the right word and not fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nicely made, though. Like, usually it's only, like, one, like, stick that goes back and forth. But no, that one is like a...
Like
can't
a
really call it a
windmill.
cross. Maybe a windmill, yeah.
I want to check it out.
It's a metronome for keeping time.
Oh?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a puzzle? There's
It's
a puzzle!
ticking. Is it a bomb?
Shut up.
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
See, the top one is, you know, I guess just call it a cross. The right one's a circle, the bottom one is a square,
Oh,
sideways Y.
I think I know what we gotta do.
These symbols
Oh,
at the
use the
bottom look
buttons.
like, yeah,
So they all
look
have to
like
go up.
combinations.
Okay.
Close.
Damn it, I separated it.
There we go.
Perfect. What happened?
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph.
Oh?
Part of a
Photograph?
photograph.
Oh, is it the rest
Oh?
of- Is it the rest of the photograph?
Oh my god. The ripped photo
Is that-
shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. The rest of the photo shows Fifi and Freya. It was hidden in Freya's room.
So that's Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah, I had a small feeling that that was going to be Poppy on the left. She's just hiding her dark secret that she used to be, well, wearing pink.
I love
And
her
look.
pink.
And a blondie, yeah.
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Let's explore the room first before we do that.
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
Yeah, it kind of resembles the big eye in like the Flora's like place,
Flora's
but
tower?
that one was tower, but it was on the ceiling.
Sheet music, presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Yeah, I can't read sheet music, so. Eh.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright?
Funny enough, I used to have one. Rose from
A
the
single
picture.
red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
It's romantic.
A big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Ooh. Oh.
It's like the other side.
Wait, then. This was the pattern from the other door. You think this would work?
Probably. But then where do these moons go? Because I forgot where the moon symbols were on the other side.
Let's try this. And then remember the sun pattern. And maybe we can unlock the other door on the other side.
Something happened.
Hey!
That must be it.
I got a great memory.
And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
I think so too. I think we gotta do the other door now.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there were so many shades of black.
There are a lot of shades of black as an artist. There are a lot.
I did not know that.
It's an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8.
He got you there.
Don't say it.
Sextopus.
I was thinking that too.
Gosh darn it. Alright. Do we want to solve this puzzle or go talk to Poppy?
Oh, that was good, back pop. Let's talk to Poppy.
Poppy, you being sus.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
You sure?
It used to be your color.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
The ripped photo.
Let's take a closer look at this.
The pink cassette tape and the pink cassette player. The pink cassette tape found at the scene of crime matches the pink cassette player. Used by Poppy in this old photo.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Yeah?
We to put together.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore?
Well, she doesn't hate the other two.
Yeah, I
And
don't think
that
so
really that makes no proof that she's a murderer.
Alright then.
So I feel like it would be third one, yeah.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
Alright then.
Still not quite sure what this proves, other than that, you know, she changed her look, and that cassette tape used to belong to her and it was at the murder scene, but I don't see how this is of any help currently.
Currently, yes. But anyway, let's finish that puzzle.
Yep.
It's locked.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
So it was this,
Yep,
this,
yep.
this.
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. Finally, it's open.
Let's go.
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
Let's go. The Moonlight
It's also
Garden.
It's also a nice shortcut between the two towers.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's wearing headphones.
Man, it's pretty.
It is very pretty.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Oh. A lightly weathered statue of a strange creature holding a lute. A pair of earmuffs have been placed on the head of the statue.
It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
The roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses normally that color?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges, too?
Oh yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Egg.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
Well, either they have some special significance, or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make.
I argue it's not.
More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well,
Oh,
either
it's the
an
same.
egg has got to be the easiest
Anything
shape to
about
make.
the frog on the left with looks like feathers?
Giant
on
stone frog? Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
4 feathers. The feathers were mostly found resting on the tongue of the large stone frog. None of the feathers are of the ink-tip bird.
Nope. One has a similar shape, I'll say, but it is not the right color.
Oh good. A bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting across stuff. It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
That'd be great.
The door into Poppy's room.
So, only Poppy and Fitz can get into the garden?
I guess so.
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon.
Alright, I think that's all we can look at around here. So we got 2 more rooms.
Working
Which
our
way
way
you
up.
wanna go
Let's
to
go
next?
into the big room.
Big room?
Big room. What the?
Boards.
Ooh.
Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
And look at
Hey.
all that. Look at all that free food.
Oh my gosh, calm down, you cat. This is not the drive-thru to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
My little writing desk. It's kind of cute.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle. They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is. I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do it by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
huh.
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
3 brightly colored birds in a heavy ornate cage. Alright. Oh wait, actually, I forgot
What's
this.
those little windows down there?
I think they're there for draining rainwater.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Penelope.
Huh?
There's nothing wrong with Penelope.
Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know? My fiancé, dear Fitz.
Oh!
He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Fitz Fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
Well, it does kind of make sense. He's a gardener and she works with birds, and they're both technically, outside like hobbies. So
Yeah.
it fits really well.
but their personalities are kind of clash.
Yeah, they balance each other out.
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day. Watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course, and they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
Damn.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too, standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
That face.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Flora.
A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends with Flora?
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
Damn.
I said it.
Well, speaking of Felix,
I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
alright.
She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh. you don't need to.
No, it's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it. She's a most unsavory little...
Whoa.
She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms, or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer?
My
him?
pointer.
Oh,
Thank you.
it was Uncle that called her in. She's his responsibility.
Oh.
Did you
He's
not
the
know
client.
Okay then. Well, we learned something.
that? Isn't he strapping?
He is big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
It just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input.
Damn.
Oh, Did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why
What?
would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
Huh?
When? You were saying? I think you said something.
No, I was just responding.
Okay.
Oh, she's beautiful. Who is she? Wait, is that me? She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds from a single spring, with their names written underneath. I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her, but she had a way of understanding unspoken things.
She sounds like an
Oh.
amazing person.
Honestly, yeah.
Goodness me, Poppy really doesn't take care of her belongings, does she?
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond in the garden.
Exactly! Hardly the place for it. Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
We don't know. It's not signed.
An anonymous letter? Classic clue. I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling. Don't you think? It's Flora that's the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her.
Bless her heart indeed, I guess. Hey, vey.
Poppy's gramophone. She's had it for a long time. As a young child, she'd call it her mama phone, on account of it belonging to her mother.
That's cute.
Damn.
Oh yes, adorable. How terrible.
You recognize it?
The color scheme. 3 different pinks. Same.
Wow.
Gaudy old thing, isn't it? Flora seems very fond of it. I've never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo!
Damn.
Now you see why I love this series. Just the dialogue is just bam, bam, bam.
That's so dumb, yeah.
A bit vain to carve wooden figurines of oneself, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, that little red and white one is supposed to be a bird of some kind. I know a lot of people rather like this painting, but it's a little much for me. I find it overbearing. And for some reason, it makes me feel bad for Freya. I think she was more troubled than we knew.
Considering that's a nightmare, yeah.
Hey, Penelope, can you explain why your fiance is with Poppy in this photo?
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes.
Someone jealous?
Jealous. Anyway, bird.
Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one. The very last.
Oh.
Aww.
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad. Ooh, delightful. More of a gemstone than a fruit, isn't it?
Inedible, too, I think.
Yes. At one point, I thought Fitz might be growing them to sell them. But honestly, I think he just likes the way they look. Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right. Haven't seen this one in a while. He lives in the music room, doesn't he?
Currently.
I can't decide what's worse. How she looks here, or how she looks now.
Do you know who this is? In the photo?
Oh, absolutely no idea.
Bullshit.
Looks a little simple for Poppy, doesn't it? I thought she was a grade 12 or something.
I didn't know there were that many grades.
I'm sure they invented some new ones just for her.
She hates Poppy.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, there used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
And?
Yeah?
I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you? Why do you keep them in a cage?
They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
I've already forgotten all three of those names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head?
On my head? He's just my hat. He doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat?
Huh? It's an actual bird, though. It's like I'm sure you're using it as the head. I know you're using it as a hat, but like, or is it actually a hat? It's an actual bird.
It's a hat.
Wait, it's not a real bird?
It's a hat.
Huh.
Freya was very talented, even at that age.
Do you know how old this photo is?
Not sure. Must be a couple of years at least. Sometime before Fiona settled on her current style. Freya doesn't take very good care of her paints, does she? But then she was always rather bohemian, had her own priorities. Oh, that's rather sad. I'm sure I've read about this creature somewhere. Don't remember anything about him playing the harp, though. Ooh, a secret diary.
That's our guess, too.
Excellent.
Alright then.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
Yeah, right now. Let's go.
Like right now, yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, that's about right.
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
Okay.
A little bedtime reading.
Let's see. Romance novels, detective novels, and
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
Nice.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
A brightly colored flower with an unusual shape. It looks very healthy and well looked after. The soil in the pot looks fresh and moist, and is also an unusual blue color. Hey. Words.
Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude.
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
Oh gosh.
Nope.
Oh boy.
They're wooden.
I forgot about this puzzle.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
Swap the position. So, think of this as like a family tree. And we have to make the family tree. Based on the color of the bird, their eye, and their beak.
Huh.
So I know this one's definitely at the bottom. Probably like that. Oh! I think I accidentally got it first try. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh wait. This would be right. Because left, right would equal center.
Huh. Had you not said anything, that would have been like a professional move on your part.
What the fuck?
Well, let's see if you got it right.
That's the one.
Hell yeah! I
Nice.
know my color theory.
Hey, not bad. Did the door open? What's in there?
I honestly thought I forgot about that puzzle, but then I remembered color theory. A ripped piece of paper crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were found inside. A message angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her. The flower petals originate from the red roses growing on the rooftop garden.
Yeah, I thought that.
Alright, well.
Yeah,
We got
someone definitely has a grudge, yeah.
Yeah. We have only one more room.
And now we talk to Forcible Pointer.
Yep.
I believe that was his name anyway.
Actually, let's look in the room, and sadly we gotta end it here. We're reaching the hour point. We're really close to it. So, we'll do this next time, but thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Bye-bye!
Never gonna wake up.